Self-saucing chocolate pudding. That's what we're making today. I'm going to be using my Omnia oven. Would you hold the recipe, please? You can't really see it from that angle, but I'll show you what I can. Here is my bowl. My bowl sits in the top of my, well, it sits on top of my Omnia oven in here. It's the perfect spot for it because it's kind of an awkward shape and size. Ingredients: 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. Now, if I remember correctly, I didn't bring self-raising, I just brought plain flour. So I'm going to make it self-raising by adding a thing which I forgot to bring out of the pantry. Going to add baking powder to it. 2 teaspoons of baking powder to 1 cup of flour. Whoa, Ollie. Okay, really, that's not a great spot to go. Can you walk back around there? Thanks. Don't fall low because it's windy. And the other thing I was getting would have been tablespoon measure. So yeah, today's going to be a demonstration of how the Omnia oven works. We've made this recipe before. There's no way I'd try a new recipe on camera. Oops. Actually, hold that and I'll tip it back in. Oops. Sorry. That's okay. Grab it. Sorry, darling. Hold it. So it's 1. Tap it on the edge. Tip it in. Tap it. 2. Flour in a stiff breeze, that's fun. Okay, that's 6, cool. I've got 2 little spoon measures in here and I can only find 1. Surely I brought more than 1/4 teaspoon. I think I had 1/4 and something else. I know I did. Did I not put it back in here? Wow, that was silly. It's definitely not in there. 1, 2, 3, 12. So that is our baking powder. Now our flour is self-raising flour. 1 tablespoon is 4 teaspoons. Oh my god, I wish I had something slightly bigger than this one. 1 tablespoon of caster sugar. So 4 of these to 1 teaspoon, and I need 4 teaspoons. Holy cow, that's just heaps. 1, 2, 15, 16. 1.5 tablespoons of cocoa. Must have left the other measure at home. 1, 2, 15. Here's 16. Next flour. Add butter and rub through dry ingredients with fingers until fine crumbs form. Oh, that'll be great, thanks. I'll keep doing this while we get the butter. Here's our mix so far. Flour, sugar, cocoa. I'm about to add some butter. 1 tablespoon of butter. Ollie, can you not, please? It's really not the best place to hang out. Come on, move. 3. This is the most ridiculous way to make this ever. 4. So add butter and rub through dry ingredients with fingers until fine crumbs form. It says I'm meant to do it by hand, but I'm not. I'm going to use this spatula because I don't want to get buttery hands. This is looking pretty good. Add milk and mix with a spoon until combined. 100 ml of milk or more to the brim. That's it. Turn out on the bench and combine with your hands, adding flour or milk until you have a dryish damper. Put the silicone mold into the Omnia oven or grease main container, then put in the damper and push down flat like a cake. I'm going to be putting the wire rack underneath here because that keeps the bottom away from the heat a bit and it's less likely to burn. Are you mixing or just playing? Just playing. So we want a dryish damper. And who needs a bench? You can just use the bottom of the bowl. There's a fair bit of dry stuff in there. Oh, this is looking good. Oh, look at that. So here's our dryish damper. It's sort of like it's a self-saucing pudding, but I think it's sort of based on a damper recipe. If you don't know what damper is, it's basically just like a sort of like a campfire bread mix, and you often wrap it in foil or stick it in a camp oven, and it's dead simple. All right, now let's put that in the bottom and try to make it flat. I'm going to squish it so it's in a long spaghetti shape. So it reaches around the outside of that. Looks like a giant poo. I need to put it in there. Can you take that out? Alexis just died. Right, let's put that down there instead. So, put it in the bottom, squash it flat. Oops, it's not meant to be there. Come on. Do you want to help me squash it flat?
I did that last time.
Eh?
I did that last time.
What, so it looks like a giant poo? Oh, there you go. My humour has not changed. For the sauce, mix brown sugar and cocoa powder together. Again, I don't have brown sugar, just brought one type of sugar. Might come out slightly differently, maybe less flavoursome, but it's not a big deal. I do need hot water. Alright. I think this camera's crooked. What are you going to do? That can go there. This is my Coleman Dual Fuel stove. Okay, got to pump some air into it to make it run. So this is going to completely flame on. Which way is the wind going? Just make sure your head is back. When you first turn it on, it goes really high until this thing across the top, this thing here, it's called the generator, it heats up and then it turns into a nice blue flame. Let's get this done. There we go. Lean back, Alexis. Whoa! It's not as close as it looks, in case you're wondering. In a minute, that'll turn into a nice blue flame. Would you like to put the pot on top?
Right now.
Yep. Nice and secure before you let go of the handle. There we go. And put the lid on and that will boil. So we are boiling the 1 cup that we're needing for the recipe for our self-saucing chocolate pudding. That's going to be a while. So we need 1/8 of a cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 and 1/8 of a cup of brown sugar. Alright, that didn't boil, but we didn't need it to boil. So I'm mixing the sugar and the cocoa, and I'm going to sprinkle it over the top of the dough. I'm going to cook the entire thing on the ground instead of on the on this, because it's just less likely to be run into by the dog. 1 tablespoon of golden syrup. 1, oh my god, this is going to be a pain in the butt. 2, 5, 6, mix that in there. Would you like to try pouring this over the top of that mixture?
Yeah.
Okay, just tip the rest in there.
Yep.
Alright. Fantastic job. Preheat the Omnia base for 3 minutes. Now the base of my Omnia is down here. Would you like to light it? Ready? Perfect. Hold it at the top. Perfect. Whoa! Okay, that was...
Don't do it too close.
Yeah, right? Oh my god. Good job, darling. Once this is preheated, I'm putting the oven and the lid on, and that will go, it will cook for about 30 minutes, give or take. Probably a little bit longer than that, because with the Omnia oven, the key is, they say, people who use it a lot, cook low and slow. It's got this hole in the bottom. I can't really show you from there, but there's a chimney, right? See my hand goes up through the middle? Oh, that was close. The heat comes up through the middle, and with the lid on, it sort of hits the lid and circulates around the thing, and you get heat from the bottom as well because of the base. So it's not heating directly on the bottom of this, but creating a space for the heat. Alright, that's my timer. Alright, put this on, come to the base, it's nice and secure. Would you like to put the lid on? And the lid goes on. And now I can set a timer for 30 minutes, and it should be ready by then. So I will check back in with you then. I'm just going to poke this quickly to see how it's going. I know I'll lose my heat, but I think it's important to check. Ooh. That's going to be perfect, I think. My cake tester is coming out clean. It is ready. I'm going to turn this off. Oh, it's so awkward from here. There's a lot of radiated heat under there. Oh, that looks so yum. Check this out. See, it's still bubbling. So the heat's just about gone from underneath. There we go, it just floofed out. Oh, I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. Here it is. Looks a bit dodgy, but it's cooked really well, and the self-saucing turned out perfectly. Alexis, would you bring your bowl over so that we can have a look? There we go. So how is that? And that is my Omnia oven. Wicked, right? Love it. I hope you enjoyed that demo of the Omnia oven, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oop, this is really hard holding my phone like this. Hang on. Oh my goodness, I took the case off and it's super wobbly.